Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the subject-object relationship that we have here in this world, and I wanted to talk about the subject which we really cannot interact with, yet we know through our first-hand experience that it's there. The subject is usually mistaken as something that is the effect of a cause or something that is arising because of something like a birth or something of a continuation of something. But I want to point out to the reality that there is really no birth of this subject. Whatever we experience here in this world is an object, and it is really your attention going on an object and flickering from an object to an object. This might be something that we really do not think about. We really might not even try to comprehend this type of thinking or this type of question wherein you are separating the subject from the object, because we have always been taught about ourselves through objective means. When we say who we are, we think that we are human beings and we are biological human beings. Of course, in the world of the objective reality, there is a certain cause and effect cycle that goes on and on. But if we really see into this experience and try to recognize the subject, we really cannot recognize the subject as an object. This shift happens over time when you try to inquire into yourself, when you try to understand who you really are. And what I mean is really that there is no subject that is observing the object. There are only objects to be seen in the world. This was also called conditioned origination by the Buddha, and the meaning of it is simply that everything arises due to conditions and originates due to conditions, and everything is not being or everything is not being, in the sense that there is no being and there is no non-being. It is like it is it is like a dream, in a sense that in a dream, when you dream of things, you see a subject that is going through certain experiences, and when you wake up, you realize that it was a dream. This is the implication of what the Buddha wanted to say. The world is being and non-being at the same time. We cannot really argue whether the world is real or not real. If we say something is real, it must be in relativity of something that is non-real. To us, this objective world may be real, but if we look at the Buddha's consciousness, he will not say that the world is real. And the more you try to uncover the reality, the more you try to go deeper into yourself and see things as they are, see things as they are arising, you you will more likely be able to see what the Buddha was trying to say. Because at first, when I was reading these texts like the Lankavatra Sutra or many other Buddha's texts from Zen Buddhism, you might see that these these things do not really make any sense to a philosopher. These things do not really make any sense to a person who is attuned to scholastical ways of thinking. But if you are a meditator, if you have been involved in some kind of a spiritual practice of some kind, you will certainly glimpse something, something that is that resounds with your soul, something that says that this might be right, that the Buddha might be right about what he is saying, about him saying that there is not a being that that will somehow live after this body, mind dies. And the Buddha is also not saying that there is a non-being who will that the world is completely empty. He says that the world is in the middle somewhere of being and non-being. And so if we practice, if we have been in some kind of a practice, some kind of a meditative practice, or even going to a devotional uh, prayer, doing a devotional prayer can make you understand what can give you a glimpse of what the Buddha was trying to say. Because what the Buddha was trying to say was that the world might be a dream in somebody else's head. And this may seem very dramatic at first. This may seem as if we do not have any control in this life. This may seem as if this doesn't make any sense. Then what are we supposed to do in this life? Are we really in a dream? There is really no counter answer to that. There is nobody can quarrel against that. And if we really go through this, through understanding this universe, through logic and through rationality, we will reach the same point where we see the world as unreal, where the simulation theory makes complete sense. But do we really have control in this dream? Do we really have control over our minds? It does seem that we have complete control over our actions. Our mind sometimes jumps here and there, but we can surely bring it back, can't we? We can train it. It is not a completely malleable substance, the mind. We are somehow trying to train the mind again and again in order to make it be in a certain way. This mind training is the learning that we go through. Yet even that is questionable when it comes to free will and such questions. We will really never know. That is also another thing that the Buddha wanted to say, that we might never know what the reality is. And so what I want to point out here in this video, and what I want you to take from this video, is to simply look into this experience that you're having right now